And the founder of a Texas megachurch has resigned amid child sexual abuse allegations.
That's right. Pastor Robert Morris also served as a faith advisor to the Trump White House. In a statement last week, Morris admitted to engaging in, quote, sexual behavior with a young lady in the 1980s. That woman is now speaking out, saying she was just 12 years old at the time.
Gateway Church leaders told NBC News they were aware of the pastor's extramarital affair, but claimed they did not know it was with a child. Morris did not respond to our request for comment. NBC News senior investigative reporter Mike Hixenbaugh has been digging into this story, and he joins us now. Mike, this is just one of those stories people read about, and your jaw kind of just drops on the floor. But explain to viewers who this person is. He was a figure in Christian conservatism as well as Republican politics, and how these abuse allegations ultimately came to light.
Yeah, that's right. Robert Morris was the leader of Gateway Church, which is one of the nation's largest megachurches based in Southlake, Texas. Probably better known nationally, though, for his work in politics, to advising Donald Trump and advocating for Christian morality through government and politics, through Republican politics. These allegations came to light on Friday after his accuser came forward and said, I was 12 years old, and described in great detail in a blog post the night in 1982 when she was first molested, she said, by Robert Morris. And Morris and the church responded the next day with a statement essentially confirming the broad strokes of her allegations, but with sanitizing language, describing her as a young lady. And it is describing what happened as a moral failure that he'd repented from and moved on from years ago.
I think it's legally impossible. An affair with a child is not, that is molestation in the eyes of the law. This is actually a story that Pastor Robert Morris would tell his congregation. How did he frame it?
Over the years, and I've been talking with church leaders, current and former church leaders today who recalled versions of this story over the years that Robert Morris would tell. And he would describe it as like an extramarital affair, as this moral failure from when he was young. And they were led to believe that it was a consensual affair with an adult, a young woman. And he would at times describe himself almost as a victim in the story, that he was seduced by this person and kind of entrapped into continuing the affair. And people were outraged in this church and others across the country when they realized what had actually happened, that this was a child, not an adult.
Mike, talk to us about the potential for criminal charges here. What are the statute of limitations in this state for something like this?
Well, the current statute of limitations would allow for a charge to come at any time involving sex abuse of a child, but what matters is what were the statute of limitations when the abuse happened. It's not immediately clear to us whether any criminal charges could be filed here.
Mike Hixenbaugh, thank you. We appreciate it.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.